my FC family. Welcome back to the channel. I missed you guys. Today we're diving into something that changed my life and could change yours too. And that's the power of a growth mindset. You probably heard the term before, but let's break it down in a way that's real, relatable, and packed with tools you can actually use. And yes, I have to throw in a few personal stories. So let's get into it. So let's start with the basics. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is a belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. It's about looking at challenges and saying, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm going to figure it out. Now, this isn't just feel-good fluff. Psychologist Carol Dweck coined the term, and her research shows that people with a growth mindset are more resilient, learn faster, and achieve more than those with a fixed mindset, which is a belief that your abilities are static and unchangeable. So I told you guys I was going to get into some stories today, but let me tell you about the time I realized the power of a growth mindset. A few years back, I bombed a major presentation. I'm talking slides froze, I stuttered through the whole thing, and by the end, I was questioning if I even belonged in a room. At first, I was crushed, but then I decided to reframe it. Instead of seeing it as a failure, I asked myself, what can I learn from this? I signed up for a public speaking class, practiced relentlessly, and eventually turned my biggest weakness into one of my strengths. And you know what? The same presentation, a year later, I nailed it at a conference, and it opened doors I couldn't have imagined. So here's what a growth mindset looks like in action. 1, embracing challenges. Instead of avoiding tough situations, you see them as opportunities to grow. Number 2, learning from feedback. You don't take criticism personally, you use it to get better. And number 3, persisting through setbacks. You see failure as a stepping stone, not a dead end. And trust me, it's not about being perfect, it's about progress. One of my favorite quotes is, progress over perfection. That's the heart of a growth mindset. So, another time this clicked for me was when I switched careers. I had zero experience in a new field, and I'll admit, I felt out of my depth. But instead of letting imposter syndrome win, I committed to learning. I watched hours of YouTube tutorials, took free online courses, and reached out to mentors. It wasn't easy, but that growth mindset kept me going. And now, that career pivot was one of the best decisions I ever made. It taught me that your potential isn't fixed, it expands as you grow. So I know you all are curious of how to develop a growth mindset. So here are my keys. Starting out with number 1, reframe failures. Start viewing mistakes as lessons. Ask, what can I learn from this? Number 2, set learning goals. Focus on growth, not just outcomes. Instead of I want to be the best, try I want to improve by 10%. Number 3, surround yourself with positivity. Engage with people who inspire you and believe in your growth. Number 4, celebrate small wins. Recognize progress, no matter how small, it keeps you motivated. So, in closing, I just want to tell you to keep growing. A growth mindset isn't just a concept, it's a lifestyle. It's a belief that you can grow, adapt, and become the person you've always wanted to be. And trust me, you've got everything it takes to make it happen. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below and tell me one way you're going to work on your growth mindset. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips to level up in your life. Remember, progress beats perfection every time. Until next time, keep growing and keep glowing. I'll see you guys on the next one.